important because they did some things that weren't done before then. In fact, they were told that they could not fly, they could not manage aircraft, they could not do anything that had a technical spin on it. But they not only did those things, but they did it so well that they excelled. And because they excelled at something that they were told they couldn't do, it makes it just that more important. And I tell people that what they did, although they were African Americans, this is American history. And I'm extremely proud of our state legislators. Across the board, both sides of the aisle came together and signed a bill, no descendants. That says a whole lot. It tells me that there is hope that our elected officials can come together if it's the right reason. And certainly honoring the Tuskegee Airmen, who are American heroes, is the right reason to come together and say yes to such a bill.
It just shows the magnitude of what these gentlemen did when they served and the impact that it's still having on people that to tell the story. That's why we have to keep the story alive. And another thing is what we try to do with our chapters is develop the future leaders of America. The thing is through aviation and avionics, and that's what everything is going to be about. And you have a lot of children, that are out here, and when they look up in the sky, what do they see other than stars? They see a plane. These particular pilots, they had a ratio of 100 planes going to go bomb mission in Germany, and 47 of them they lose. And then once the Tuskegee Airmen, which they said were inferior and couldn't fly, the majority of the planes started coming back. So with that being said, a lot of the white pilots that discriminated, they're the only ones that they wanted to go ahead and protect them to come back. And there's a gentleman here today who I know quite well. His name is Kurt. Kurt told me stories that his father had told him about if it wasn't for the Tuskegee Airmen, he wouldn't have been born. I'd like to encourage everybody to, donate to the Tuskegee Airmen, to go ahead and join chapters. We have a drone program where we teach children how to fly drones. I mean, that right there intrigues them. So there's different things that we have, and we're going to start working on Toastmaster classes and different things so they could speak better. And the thing is, you have diamonds in the rough, and actually Title I schools. We want all kids to know, because you got to see it to be it. You understand? And if you see it, that'll intrigue it. It leaves that one spark. And by having a chapter and young men and ladies joining it, it could be something that can help develop to them and keep them from going awry. And because they don't have maybe two family figures or two parents and stuff like that, but they have something that they feel they belong to, and they have somebody that's going to check them to make sure that they're going in the right path, because we care about them.
Well, the Florida Tuskegee Airmen Commemoration Day event is just so close to my heart. Number one, because the Tuskegee Airmen story is intertwined with my own family story. I'm the descendant of Benjamin O. Davis Jr., who was the commander of the Tuskegee Airmen, and his father, Benjamin O. Davis Sr., who was America's first black general. So these two men were instrumental in the creation and the formation and the commanding of the Tuskegee Airmen. So to see that they're getting recognized with a state holiday in Florida at these times is really just a powerful moment. And I'm excited to come down and be a part of it. And that's why it's very important to me, this particular day and this exciting state holiday. I'll be doing a keynote speech. There's a lot of community and an opportunity to build around these incredible 15,000 men and women, and their story is so important. So I think what we sometimes forget is one story leads to another story, is connected to another story, evolves into another story. So we're all connected, and I just want people to understand how those connections came and to celebrate their position in society today and realize so many people stood up for them before they even knew really the environment they were being born in. So I'm so excited to be there.
When people hear the term Tuskegee Airmen, the first thing they think about are aviators. 15,000 individuals went through the program during World War II. Of that 15,000, only 990-something were actual pilots. But I tell people that for every pilot that gets into the air, there's a minimum of 20 people on the ground to ensure that that plane can fly. We have the avionics folks, we have the maintenance folks, the folk who take care of the fabric, the folk who load the bullets on the plane, those who put the parachutes on the back of the pilots. Those parachutes are done by a group of people, women by the way, that are called riggers, R-I-G-G-E-R-S. It's a whole group of women that actually pack those parachutes. Any fighter pilot will tell you that they don't want to get into a plane if they don't have a parachute that they can trust. So many of the original Tuskegee Airmen resided in Florida, mainly because of the military installation. We believe that that story should never end. Every citizen in the state of Florida should know who the Tuskegee Airmen are. At a commemoration date, a celebration like this allows a lot of people to hear about it and see it. Example, it's being covered by the media today, so people who aren't here will even see it. We want everybody in the state of Florida to know just how significant the Tuskegee Airmen are, and this commemoration day celebration is just a portion of how we can make that happen.